Now, I think you must be sick of me gushing over new moms at the moment, but I do have a very valid excuse in that I've got a beautiful, gorgeous young mother at home who I've watched go through a metamorphosis as she creates this incredible life within her. The hormones have been going crazy, baby. I'm sorry for saying that. The mind goes crazy, but the body gets turned upside down as the most, I think, powerful chemical processes happen within it. So we are now going to give you some tips on how you can get your bodies back and what to expect if you're going through that process. And we've got the absolutely gorgeous Leila Sadien, our resident doc for these matters, to help all of those moms out there. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us. And you do look gorgeous this morning.
Thank you.
A bit of a seed stealer. Okay, a bit of a seed stealer.
Makeup goals.
Okay, I haven't been pregnant, but I've experienced, hormones taking control of your weight. Is it even possible for, expecting mothers to control their weight during their pregnancy?
Very good question. Yeah.
Of course. I mean, we are sort of slaves to our hormones all the time. We need to listen to our bodies and understand what it's asking for at every moment, right? So pregnancy is just another phase that you have to listen to your body and see what it's asking for. So absolutely, it's something you can control. Yeah.
How would you approach that, then, controlling your weight? Because every individual is also so different.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's some things that are important when you're picking up weight far more than you're expecting, or if you're really skinny and suddenly your pregnancy you're ballooning, it's actually worth having a medical person around, whether it be your midwife or your doctor, just to make sure there isn't anything really bad going on. And if you have a functional medicine doctor, they can really help assess and individualize why you're picking up weight and then help you lose it in the right way.
There's blood tests like every second week just to make sure. It's crazy.
Exactly.
Now, this morning we also, we want to focus on, moms getting their bodies back post-pregnancy.
Yeah.
Does the method of delivery play a role?
Yeah, absolutely. And when you say get your body back after pregnancy, it's so important
Get your
to
new
just
body.
keep your damn body. Just keep it in the I can say that, right? Yeah, you have to keep it in the first place. So it's key that during your pregnancy you're also conscious of those things, and so planning how you want to deliver is part of that, right? And of course a lot of women don't get a choice and they have to have a Caesar, so be it. But if you do have a Caesar, we've got to cut through layers of the body and then we've got to sew those layers up again. So each of those layers gets scarred and that leaves like thickening around the area. And of course you're going to have a little bit of a fat tummy afterwards. It might not be fat, it might be scar tissue. But yeah, Caesar will make a difference to that. And then of course after Caesar, it takes months before you can go back to exercise. You've just had major surgery. So it's going to make a difference, yeah.
And having witnessed both of those, about a 10-hour labour and then a C-section, I mean, I've been changed forever, mentally, having just gone through that process.
In a good way.
Yeah, in a very good way. But now it's dawned on me, and I think it's dawning on Lindsay as well, that her body is going to change. She has changed inside and out. What changes do actually affect after the pregnancy? What changes can moms look out for?
Yeah, I mean, from head to toe, really, there are lots of changes that could happen. I mean, some people just bounce back and they look exactly the same, like, 16-year-old as they did before. But you can have hair loss for a bit, and that kind of recovers after breastfeeding. Obviously, the boobs change. I mean, some for the better, most for the worst. You've got a child, like, tugging on the end of your breast. Of course, it's going to get thinner and longer and, all of those things. And then there are options for that, So it's not like you're doomed forever. But it is a part of the change of life, It's a new phase of your life. So you're going to have a different body. That's okay. Then the tummy area, obviously, there's going to be a little bit more looseness to that skin as well. It doesn't have to be fat. You can be exercising and running marathons and doing things. You always just have, like, slightly looser skin. And then there are options for that, too. And then there are a couple of other things, like stretch marks don't really go away, darkness around that area, pigmentation on the face, that's something that you have to work with. So you can expect those are possibilities, and if you've got a genetic propensity to that, then the chances are higher. But there's always something we can do about it.
And of course, you have this gorgeous little child, which I think makes everything else
just
fade into the background. Thank you. As your authority as a mom of two, more than as a doctor, I know you're speaking from experience, so thank you so much for that, Doc.
You're so welcome.
Absolutely awesome
Thanks for
stuff.
having me.
Thank you, Doctor, for that. Well, now I know what to look out for when the time comes. Not that it's now, but listen, I hope you took something from that. To all the moms that just had their babies and those who are planning, this is your Feel Good Breakfast Show.